Hi, my name's Jane Rideout. I want to encourage you to push people with Parkinson's harder when they attend your exercise sessions. Set them some challenges. I'm 63 years old and I was diagnosed nearly 12 years ago. I broke my patella in half 7 years ago. Okay, so that's the excuses out of the way. I've been exercising for about 7 years now. I wanted to keep benefiting from exercise, improving my life with Parkinson's. I started to join more challenging classes as time went by. The video running is showing you some examples of the type of exercise that I'm now doing. Some of the people in my classes kindly offered to show you how it should be done. So what made me decide to start challenging exercise classes? Being a guinea pig on the PD Warrior training session for physiotherapists changed my whole outlook on exercise. It was boot camp. It made me realise I was exercising within myself. I had to push myself harder. Many people get into a habit of just doing what they feel comfortable with. I can't do that because, and then the excuse. So I spoke to my instructor and I started to do kettlebell classes. She encouraged me to start gently and build up the moves. And I now do kettlebells 3 or 4 times a week. It's not only the actual exercises that are challenging, the classes are 45 minutes long. After the initial warm-up, the session is often broken into sets of exercises. So you do one exercise for 50 seconds, then a second exercise for 50 seconds. You then get a 30-second rest. This is repeated 3 times for that exercise. And then you get a minute's rest. And then you do set 2 and so on for about 30 minutes. Some examples of the exercises we do in these sessions are ski swings. This is a high twist. We do press-ups or burpees or Superman. Another exercise that I quite enjoy is called a single leg deadlift. This certainly challenges your balance and strength. Recently I started a HIIT class which starts with the TRX moves and then moves into a second piece of equipment. And so far we've done weights, we've done small trampolines, barbells, and last week we did a football exercise. Every week the instructor offers me alternative exercises if I want them, and I do take that option quite often. I try to build up to the proper moves and I think it's working, but you can judge for yourselves. I certainly can't do many of the exercises when I first start. For example, swinging the kettlebell and passing it from one hand to another, but I can do it now. A mat on the floor in case I dropped it solved that one. Another example is deck squats. Now this is what they look like when they're done properly, but I just cannot get back up again. So my instructor Sarah has been helping me by using some gym equipment, and this is her showing me how to do a deck squat using a piece of equipment in the gym. I find the move complex, so she's breaking it down for me. We've been working together for years now, so she knows when I can be pushed and when I'm not able to cope. I think my Parkinson's has 3 states. It's on, off, and I think I have not on, where I can do stuff, but probably not new challenges. Sarah also suggested a new move for me to try on the TRX while we were filming. Again, she's talking me through the steps first and letting me try afterwards. She breaks it down for me and she makes sure I'm in the right position at all times. So why do I bother to do all this exercise? Well, there are obvious physical benefits. Stronger when walking, carrying, shopping, improved posture perhaps helps my speech. Hopefully my better balance reduces the risk of falling. But more importantly perhaps, improved mental well-being, confidence in crowds. Can still go out to the rugby at Exeter. Shopping's easier. I've made new friends and I've got a sense of achievement despite my symptoms. And it allows me to take on other physical challenges. Abseiling down a 220-foot waterfall. Doing yoga at Machu Picchu after walking the last day of the Inca Trail. And hiking around Mont Blanc. So can I ask you please to encourage the people with Parkinson's who attend your sessions to challenge themselves. Help them to get started. Make them feel safe while they're doing it. And if at first they don't succeed, Try breaking it down for them so they can. The people at my classes really support and encourage me. They won't let me get away with any excuses. What I find most difficult about challenging exercise is keeping my concentration. I often forget to straighten my arms, for example. I find new moves quite complicated to learn, and particularly ones that have multiple combinations, so 3 moves in one, for example. So what do I find that helps me the most? Using the same kettlebells is really helpful because the handle sizes vary and the way they move varies. Standing in the same place in the room also helps me a lot because I find that I don't have to think about what I'm doing. Synchronising my moves with someone else is particularly helpful with something like star jumps. And obviously use the mirrors whenever I can to help make sure I'm straightening my arms properly and things like that. Thank you for listening.